3, 2, 1. We got him. Let's go.
It's the Solar One Skivvy Podcast.
Hello, this is episode 180 of the Solar One Sci-fi Podcast. I'm Michael Ball. I'm here to join to talk to you about science fiction and be joined by my fellow co-host, another science fiction expert extraordinaire. It's Martin Fowler. Hello, Martin.
Hello, and how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. We were just talking about all sorts of things that you can get if you're a collector, from Lost in Space robots to arcade machines, and how we would like to get all this stuff if we had the space and the money. And we can get some things, but there's always something that you want that you cannot.
It's like the never-ending conundrum.
And it is. It's very addictive, and it's kind of like. I've seen some of the stuff you've had in the past, and some of your stuff is really awesome. So, you know what I mean. It's good fun. So that's right. So what have you been up to apart from talking about stuff that you can buy? Anything interesting to report your end?
No.
I thought the connection dropped. Then you just went so quiet. I thought,
I've been sorting my new house, so that's really.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, I had that
my
last year,
priority. But on Saturday,
yeah.
I had a friend over.
Uh-huh.
I did get slightly pissed. I don't really drink,
Right.
but I watched a series. I do recommend you need to watch this.
What's that?
Based on a computer game, Fallout, the TV series.
Yeah, okay. And I've heard, because I've seen the
Yeah.
guy with no nose. He looks like, I keep wondering how he wears sunglasses.
I can't give you any spoilers because it's
No, but can he wear
mind-blowing.
but can he wear sunglasses though? Because he's got no nose. It's sort of like chipped off, isn't it?
Well, I will send it to the letter and say that my co-host is offended.
It's like Voldemort from Harry
yeah.
Potter. They had the same problem, didn't they?
I thought you were very Red Skull, actually.
Yeah. Red Skull,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
with nose.
I know, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
he's like a Clint Eastwood character.
You know, I think my mate Malcolm's mentioned it as well, and other people have as well. I'm watching Silo. I watched episodes 1 to 6 out of 10.
Is that
And
good?
it's quite good. I think it's sort of dropping a bit in the middle. It seems to be not quite so much going on. It's okay. I liked it more for the first 2 or 3 episodes. It's not quite so good now, but I think it's going to pick up again at the end. So I'll let you know.
Let me know how that goes, because I'm into.
If you want to check it out at some point, then if you like it, we can review it. Because I mean, at least it's something new I'm watching. I don't watch a lot of new stuff.
I do recommend. Thought it blew me out. The final episode is mind blowing.
How many? Is it 10 episodes? Most of them are 10 episodes.
No, 8. It's only 8.
Oh, it's only 8.
You do it in an 8. I did it in a 9. So.
I mean, the problem is a lot of these shows now, I mean, it used to be like Doctor Who used to be like 13, 14 episodes per season. Then it's been dropping back to 10, and now it's going to be 8. And a lot of the modern shows, like Star Trek's now, are 10 episodes. Go on.
It's mixed in a 1950s vibe with a post-apocalyptic vibe.
I love post-apocalyptic
And do
stuff.
you know what they've done is absolutely fantastic. It's I can't give you any spoilers.
I was going to say, you can't elaborate because of spoiler. Okay. But if you give it a thumbs up, then...
The payoff for the big opening ending on episode 8, it is worth.
All right.
It's worth the pay. I wish I could even. I can't.
No. What we'll do, I'll tell you what we'll do. If you, I will watch Fallout as well as Silo, and then maybe you can watch Silo, and then maybe it'd be good to do some TV reviews. Most of the stuff we do is movies, because we've just about reviewed every TV show that we've seen, although there's some I still need to see.
Yeah, I bought Wednesday.
Oh, is that the Addams Family spin-off?
Yeah, about the daughter that goes.
What was that like? Was it all right?
I've not seen. I've just got it off Amazon.
Okay, let me know what it's like.
But I've seen Halo, the series. That was absolutely spectacular.
Oh, okay. Because I heard mixed reviews of that. I wasn't sure how that works.
I thought it was. I've not seen season 2. I just got through.
No, but then it's always good, like, just to go in with your own perspective.
Yeah,
Don't look.
I saw the reviews. They all said it was terrible, but when I watched it, I thought, this is really bloody good. Is this?
Okay.
Yeah, but so that's.
I was put off. I was put off because of the negative reviews, which is why I've not checked it out. Although I'm aware of it.
Apparently, season 2's not that good. but I've
I
not
don't know.
seen season 2. And
They're only
then
up to
I
season.
watched-
They're only up to season 2, aren't they?
And then last night, I watched Two Lies on 4K. I didn't really. I thought I've not seen it in 20 odd years, and I want that. When I watched it, I just wasn't really bothered about it.
True Lies. Yeah.
Yeah, Arnie and.
Yeah, I've never been that bothered about it. I don't even
Yeah,
remember
I
it.
just thought when I saw it back in the day, I thought this were quite good.
Yeah, but sometimes you watch a film again, and some films when you watch them again, they're great. Others just like what this.
Yeah,
You know.
I just thought, when's this going to finish?
Yeah. Something like
Do
that.
you know what I mean? But then I watched Discovery.
Now, I told you episode 3 wasn't as good as the rest of them, didn't I? You got the terrible grey character back again. I mean, it was all right. I mean, I still think so far.
It is. Let's copy.
Yeah. We're not
off
going
Deep
there.
Space Nine.
No, we're not going to go into. It's not like I said. You know, Discovery always starts off good, and then it sort of like falls
Yeah,
down.
but
It's like-
I mean, at least it starts going down toilet by episode 5. I was expecting a bit after the last 2 episodes. I was expecting.
So you're okay
something.
with this one? Were you alright with this one, or did you really hate it?
What you mean? The one last night about shitless.
Yeah,
I thought,
that
here
was
we go. Here we go. They're
Yeah.
doing it again. They're doing it again.
Well, they had the 3 subplots. They had the Rayner character sort of like doing his interviews with people. They had the Trill thing with the John Tara. I think that's what it was called, the John Tara.
Yeah, I've seen all that before.
We've seen it on
Yeah.
DS9. I didn't see, and then we had that weird creature thing, and they're trying to find another piece of the puzzle.
And then
It was alright. It was a-
Saru and his relationship with.
Well, you
the
know,
boss.
I tell you one thing. I'm going to call it now. The wife's going to die. She's got to die. He's going to be a broken man. I just know it. They're going to kill her off.
Is
They're
that
going
your
down.
prediction for this?
Yeah, that's what I always get it wrong.
Let's set
Yeah,
predictions.
I reckon
now,
she's going to
right?
snuff it. I think she's going to snuff it, and he's going to
She's
be.
going to
really
be
angry.
assassinated by.
Yeah,
pure
she's going to kill
stupidity.
by Locke and Maul somehow, and
or it could be the purists, them that don't like.
yeah. Also, they don't like the Saru's or like.
I think there's a massive betrayal coming. In my
You think Rayner's going to
predict-
betrayal? Don't you?
in with the salad days, yeah.
Yeah, Rayner.
I think he's in cahoots with Locke and what is it?
Maul.
Locke and Lack.
Locke and Maul.
Mull and Lack. I
Yeah,
think
Luke-
he's in cahoots
Locke and
with
Mull.
them. Yeah, there's an agenda, but I don't think it'll be evil. He thinks he's going to be doing right thing for the Federation because he seems quite militaristic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I
And
just
then
think
we got Bernard and him. I can speak to the animals.
there's one thing, right? There's one thing about which is really annoying about Burnham this season. If you
Book, that's it.
no, right. But I'm book. I'm not bothered about either. Do you know what the problem is? Right, because of Burnham's hair, I guarantee when you watch her, every scene when you watch her in Discovery, her hair jumps all over the place.
Is it?
One scene it'll be right by her comm badge. The next scene it'll be behind her neck, and literally every scene, it's like her hair is jumping. It's alive. Watch it. You look at it, right? You watch episode 4. You watch her hair. Every scene, the hair is in a different place.
Really?
Yeah, because
okay.
because
Maybe
obviously
it's something to do when they teleport, because they can just teleport wherever they want now, can't they? It's like, just press a button, they're over there.
or maybe it's 32nd century sentient hair follicles.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean,
You know?
they were that scene when they were both hiding behind the rock and they couldn't teleport out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but do you know what? I have to say one thing. I'm kind of getting used to the fact that they just tap their badges and they just appear all over the place. I kind of like that. That it's trying to be, this is the future. I didn't like it. I'm getting more used to it now. I'm
more open to that world now.
I'm definitely warm to it because the first season 3, I thought, Jesus Christ, and then, but I just for some reason now I just think, okay, it's a bit odd, but this is the future. They can literally just walk through a door and then they can tap their badge if they want to take a shit and not have to actually go to the bathroom.
Yeah, they were that scene.
You know what I mean? It literally,
Saru goes up to next.
you've got
floor
diarrhea
with,
on the bridge, and a Klingon's bearing down. You just tap the okay, tap. I'm pitching a loaf, and then I'll be back,
Yeah,
in
I'm just gonna pop
2
out
taps.
for it.
I'll be back in 2 taps, literally. You know what I mean?
it was all right. Well, I was watching it and I thought, oh, this is fucking boring. Is this?
Yeah, yeah.
It was boring, and then I saw the twist at the end where it was Mo, and she stuck that.
Yeah, she put that. I know that tracking device
device
is I know that features in the next episode. So I saw a preview.
Are we getting the Enterprise, or is it it's the Defiant, isn't it?
Episode? No, I don't know. Episode 5 is called Mirror.
All right, so it's not.
So not next one. It's the one after. I think that's gonna be the big crossover one.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I just found. I thought we started off with an amazing 2 episodes, and I think the third one should have complemented the first 2. Do you know what I mean?
I
could have handled number 4 being slightly shit, and then pick it up in 5.
Maybe they should have swapped them around. You mean? So maybe episode 3 and I don't. Well, I've heard that episode 4 is okay. One reviewer I saw was saying that their favorite episode so far is episode 4. Again, it's down to the individual, isn't it?
The other big question is if that Janelle, the Trill person that took over the Doctor.
Oh yeah.
When he said, well, we went to wherever this thing is. 800 years ago. We went. He knows where it is. So why don't you just give him fucking location for it? Instead, he said, "Oh no, it must be
padding.
proven."
It's called padding.
Yeah, I know.
Discovery
but he knew where it was because he said when they activated the technology, it was so beyond them, so beyond that it killed 2 of the crew of the scientists. That
then what happened after? Did they just then switch it off and say, "Oh fuck it"?
Well, because the Dominion War was raging at the time. They decided that nobody should get this power.
Yeah, well.
So, but then why didn't he say? And then he gave her a lecture about. Well, we've been waiting centuries for the right people to turn up and do the right thing, and the test was not to kill the 2 creatures that were guarding the eggs. It was to find a way to.
It was to find, yeah.
And I just thought, oh, come on. So you know where it is all along, yet they've got to go through all this.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That way, I just got really annoyed with that last night.
Now,
so thinking, well, why don't they just say, look, well, tell us where the bloody thing is?
I know. All
right. I'm sorry for being.
No. I get where you're coming from. I think the episode was all right. It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, if I
it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
I couldn't watch it again. I don't think I could sit through that again.
Yeah, well, eventually I will want to watch it. That's the problem with Discovery. It's not standalone. So that's the thing. You can always delve into a Voyager, DS9. Well, DS9 is less so.
It's not
TNG, TOS. And Strange New
Worlds. Is it?
Talking of Strange New Worlds, you must be happy.
They've got another season. Yes, very happy.
Another season. I reckon it's going to be the standard sort of like Paramount Plus initiative is that a series is going to go for 5 seasons. I think that's what they're going to be doing. So I've got the feeling.
I want 7 seasons.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen, is it? But I reckon it'll go 5. Lower Decks, and it's funny. I posted on Trek.
Lower Decks came out on Blu-ray this week.
And of course, it's been cancelled now. So you know about that, obviously.
Yeah, the Americans have just got season 4 on Blu-ray this week.
And
we've got a year for it.
I'm not going to get it. It's like
I'm not. I've only seen season 1.
It's like I sort of Trek Yards did a live one the other day, and I sort of like said, look, I'm really sorry for Lower Decks, but I'm not bothered about it because I'm just not into animation. He said, well, look, why aren't you into animation? It's a very good series. It's just not for. I don't want a comedy-based animated Star Trek. I'm sorry. I just don't. I've got a great sense of humor. I like The Simpsons. I mean, I've said this before. I don't click a lot with animated shows. I just don't do it. I don't know why. And I can see that Lower Decks, it's got its premise, it's got a lot of continuity, it's got a lot of callbacks and stuff, but there's just something about it that I just don't click with. I never have done. I don't know why. I've tried it. I think I've seen, but I can't even remember if I watched season 4. I can't even remember. They just all merged together. I thought the crossover with Strange New Worlds was the best example of it. I'm hoping with all these retro Panavision 50s AI generated things that in the future they could make an AI version of a live action Strange New Lower Decks. I could see that happening now. If YouTubers are banging out all these retro trailers and stuff, and a lot of them are very, very good, and I know you love them as well. I just want to see it like. I want to see it live action. I'm sorry.
I saw the 1950s Tron. What they did.
I saw the Terminator. I've seen the Matrix. Yeah. I've seen. There's another guy who's done Ghostbusters, and they are really. I mean, they're pretty good.
And they're better than crap we have to sit for. Just true though, isn't it? They spent
no, I know, but it reminds me of a few years ago when Deep Fake came out first on YouTube, and they were redoing sort of like CGI from films and making it look better. And now a guy that does Deep Fake, he does work now on some of the Star Wars TV shows. He's done something in Book of Boba Fett. He did the Luke Skywalker stuff, which looked very good in season 1 of that. So it's funny how, in some ways, YouTube can be an example of what potentially could be used in the future in some kind of big budget production. And I think that's quite interesting. Anything else news-wise? What else?
No, that's it. I think we should move into Freejack.
Yep, let's go for it. Let's go into our focus of the week. Here we go.
Yes.
It's the Solar Sci-Fi Focus of the Week.
Okay, we're back. Basically, right. I've got a new intro, and it's a ring transporter from Stargate, and it comes down. It is about 4 seconds, so I have to be quiet while the ring transporter is coming down. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking over myself. That's why there's a slight pause. We are this week focusing on a film that Martin and I have seen. Well, I saw it years and years ago, and I've basically just given it a rewatch over the weekend. Not seen it for very many years, and it's a good film. Which features Mick Jagger, Anthony Hopkins, Anthony Hopkins, and what's the other? Amelia. What's his name there?
Emilio Estevez.
That's it. In a film set in 2009, in which these people it's a very clever film. This I love it actually about a future where basically these corporate people they take people out of time and make it look just on the point of death, and they can actually harvest their bodies in the future. And it's a bit like, again, it reminds me a bit of the Island. I think that maybe that's why we linked it from The Island the other week, where it's a similar premise where people are harvesting. Obviously, this one's time travel based rather than cloning, but it's a similar premise where people in these corporations with lots of money are taking donors, even though they're not willingly aware of that, in order to sort of like extend their lifespans and things like that. So tell me what you thought about Freejack. When did you see it? What do you think?
I saw Freejack on VHS. I loved it. It was weird seeing Mick Jagger playing like a macho role as what was it, Point Decker or something?
Something like that. Yeah, some weird name.
Driving around in his armoured vehicle, but the world was run by corporations. They took certain people out of time before they died. So
Mick Jagger was Victor Vakendak.
Something like
yeah,
that.
so I can't pronounce it right.
Driving around in his armoured car, his corporate army, and rich people that are running the world in the dodgy corporations take bodies out of time, so they don't affect history. And Emilio Estevez, he's been chosen for Anthony Hopkins' character, and it's a lot of him running around 20 years on, world's polluted. There's two classes of people, rich and the poor. Really goes into that, which I found interesting. And it ends up where he has a face-off Anthony Hopkins in the big tower, and Spendecker, Mick Jagger as character. I would say I was quite impressed with Mick Jagger.
I like Mick Jagger, yeah.
I thought he actually played a great part as an actor. Yeah, and that's what I think. That's what makes this film rather unique. But the story, all of it was a great film, and I like the ending. You got a positive outcome.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the sad aspects about the film, which I saw, is the Twin Towers are featured in it, and it's horrible because it's set in 2009.
Yeah.
And you see this modern corporation building, which obviously is fictitious. The very last scene, the fade out, is the Twin Towers on the left hand side. And I just felt a bit sad about that. I always hate it when you see a film which features the Twin Towers, especially if it's in a science fiction setting. And that's obviously it's not the film's fault. It was made in 1992. You know, it was made 9 years before that terrible thing. But I just thought it was quite sad to see that. I liked a lot of it though. I just thought that I liked the cast. I thought that it was just a unique film. Like I said, for some reason when I watched it the first time, I thought there was a few more people taken out of time and sent to the future, but it wasn't. It was just that one Emilia Estevez.
Well, they've been taking other people out.
Yeah, they have, but we never saw it. Obviously, it was just literally just it featured in the movie.
I like the when he took on Anthony Hopkins of willpower in that room on that device.
Yeah.
When he wanted to go into his body and take over.
Yeah, it was sort of like a battle of
and he even went into why they were doing all this and you know why there
wasn't it at that point Anthony Hopkins' character was dead, but he was only on like a temporary.
It's like a hologram, wasn't he? Like
but he only had like an hour to transfer before his memory would get corrupted.
Before he faded. Yeah,
that's it. So he had a right.
But it was fantastic.
Yeah,
and I think the CGI at the time they did sort of the effects in that whole scenario were very good.
I like the vehicles they made for the film. There was some really weird kind of not retro, but some odd-looking futuristic concepts of like limousines and weird yellow bikes and things. But I think it was certainly an interesting film.
I like the guns as well. And Mick Jagger in his helmet all the time, wearing his helmet. He had that helmet on, didn't he?
I know,
in the armoured car.
And also Mick Jagger's wife, Jerry Hall, was in it at one scene as well.
Yes, she was,
nice. She was a reporter at one point, so it's nice to see that she got a cameo.
He should have been an actor. He pulled it really well.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen him in any other. It's like you think of Sting was in. What was that film? It was in. Is it Labyrinth? June. Oh no, June.
Yeah.
And then David Bowie was in Labyrinth, wasn't he? So you get these sort of like actors who appear like in a one-off in a movie role, just to, I don't know, sort of like put it on their CV that they've done it. I guess I don't know why they've done it.
The thing is with Freejack, a lot of people won't really know about that film.
Yeah, but you and I both.
think Freejack's, we knew it because we're part of the VHS age, but I think over years I've never really seen it buy on DVD or.
I don't think it's that well known, is it? I mean, you and I
don't
both.
think it is.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, fellow sci-fi fans would know it. I mean, most people I stay in.
I mean, I've not been back to Freejack in 25 years.
So when did you last watch it? Did you watch it just to refresh, or are you doing?
I watched. I sat through clips of it on YouTube.
Fair enough. I'm glad I had to rewatch it though. No, I had to rewatch it because it literally, if I'd have tried to review this, I would not have remembered hardly any of it. And I would have done the same thing with you. But like I said,
it's based on a book. It's based on a book.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It's science fiction. I think it's a short story. Actually, it's another name for it.
Apparently, it was a big film box office bomb. It only grossed 17 million. 70 million in the US and Canada, and 20 million international, with a worldwide total of 37 million, based on a 30 million budget. So
I think if Freejack had been made today, I think it had done quite well.
Anthony Hopkins apparently called the film terrible. Which is interesting. When he was on an interview with the Late Show with David Letterman, which is interesting. It wasn't terrible. It had some good.
I don't know if it's got a cult following though.
I don't know. I'm just looking at other sort of like. That's it. Rotten Tomatoes. Freejack was an approval rating of 25% based on reviews from 20 critics, and an average rating of 4.1 out of 10. Audience surveyed by CinemaScope gave the film a B-. Peters Rainer's Los Angeles Times said the film abandons its interesting premise and instead devolves into a standard issue chase picture. Rayner said the only reason to watch the film was Murphy's direction, though he said Murphy's talents were wasted. Writer for the New York Times, Janet Maslin, caused it overlong and unsightly. Now, I'm sorry, I don't think that.
No, well, I don't. I thought it was a bloody good film. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know. I've not seen many reviews of it, which is why it's nice to. I thought it was bigger than. As I'm doing this recording, I thought the film was bigger than it seems to be.
No, I think I mean, I don't remember it at the cinema. I picked it up on video. That's where I got it, video.
Yeah,
it was definitely video.
I think it was a Blockbuster. It was a local VHS rental store thing. I probably did that. I don't remember that. I know I must have been quite young. I don't remember when I first saw it. It wasn't at the cinema, and it was 1992.
I saw the trailer on I rented some film out, and I saw the trailer of it. And
I think that happened to me. I think I saw
it was somewhere. The trailer. I'd never even heard of it.
And then I watched it, and I remember quite liking it. I don't think I was ever blown away by it, but I always held it in good regard.
I think it was just Mick Jagger running about being somebody. That's what I found Mick Jagger quite fascinating in that. But it's a big cast in that. Massive cast.
Yeah.
You know, so I like it, and but
I was going to say the guy. I think is Jonathan Banks the guy that was in Breaking Bad. I think that might be Jonathan Banks, and I like him. He's a great actor. He was also appeared in DS9 as well, and lots of other things. He can't go wrong with him. He also appeared in Beverly Hills Cop. He was the guy that killed. Axel Foley's best mate in the first film. I remember.
Yeah, he was in Otherworld as well as Commander Crow.
Yeah, he's one of those
not cancelled.
One of those actors that you see from like Dick Miller. He's doing lots and lots of things, but not always the biggest roles.
Supporting actor.
Yeah, that's the word. Supporting actor, exactly.
It's still about.
Yeah, as far as I know, I don't know what he's up to now, but I mean, Breaking Bad. That was made quite a long time.
In quite prominent 90s were Jonathan Banks. He was in quite a lot. Stuff. I remember he popped up. He was always a villain of that.
Yeah, he's always the bad guy. He's always the bad guy, and he comes across as that. Although it was, even the DS9 episode, the one where they're on that planet and they keep dying and coming back to life.
Yes,
he wasn't the bad character, but he wasn't exactly. He was in the middle, wasn't he? Sort of like. He had his issues.
Just doing what they were
he just wanted to get off the planet. They just wanted to escape, and of course they realised that they're now escaping.
I think that was the Dominion that was behind all that,
Well, it was a Gamma Quadrant planet.
I think that was one of their prison planets or something.
Like another planet with the
plague.
The quickening.
Yeah,
the quickening. So do you know what? Yeah. It was never said, but it's a very similar premise to a destroyed planet, which is a result of not joining the Dominion. I could see that definitely. I never thought about it until you said. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, nasty. What they do to people, if you turn them down.
Yeah, actually, I'd love it if they'd confirmed that. Actually, that would be really interesting. And they never brought back Kaya Parker either. That's on the planet she was left on.
Well, she brought peace, love, and harmony there. They're all happy.
Yeah, but they should have brought that. I mean, they never went back to the planet. They should have done that at some point. Especially that would have been interesting. But all right, matey. Well, look. Let's end up. I think we're gonna make this a short one tonight because we've got the usual Zoom limitation. I don't think it's worth coming back after this. What would you rate this one out of 10, sir?
I'm going to give it a 7.
7 as well. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what I was going to. I was thinking before.
7,
7 out of 10.
Would I have it in the collection? Yes.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would have it in the collection.
So if it gets collection status, it passes.
Yeah. If I had that, I'll keep it. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that.
I don't know if I'd go back to it all the time, but
no, I it's like one of those films like Blade Runner, which I've always found hard to get to. I watched Blade Runner once every few years.
Shitless, that.
Yeah, I've always thought Blade Runner was. I can see it's.
I like the sequel. I prefer the sequel.
Yeah, but I've always thought Blade Runner was overrated. I can only go back to it every few years. Something about it. I don't know what it is. Something's just odd about that film, even though it's a really, really highly regarded movie. All right, matey. So, what are we going to review next week? Any plans? Obviously, we've got.
I'd like to cover.
What's that?
The 1960s Mission Impossible TV series. You can watch any episode you want.
By chance, I've watched a couple recently, but I'm not that knowledgeable.
You don't have to be knowledgeable.
All right. Okay, I'll tell you what.
You've got enough just watch a couple of random episodes.
I've watched about 2 actually just last weekend by chance.
Yeah, that's fun.
But yeah, I'd love to do that. Mission Impossible is a great example. But yeah, you'll have to take the lead with it because you'll probably know it more than I would. But I'm happy to do
but
that.
it's fantastic. So,
all right, okay, that's
do you want to do that next week then?
Yeah, I'm up for that. That sounds great. Mission Impossible, that'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, Martin, many thanks for your review. Thank you for joining me as usual. Sorry it's a bit of a short one, but I think we've pretty much covered the bases really with this one. Check it out. It's obviously out there. You could buy it on Blu-ray or whatever. And it is worth a watch. Check it out.
Definitely.
It's great concepts.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger. I don't know why, but he just works in TV.
He works. It's just Mick Jagger, isn't it, in the film? Everybody else is accepted. Just Mick Jagger is what makes it stand out, you know.
John Coleshaw used to do a great impression of Mick Jagger. Oh, is it Mick Jagger? Oh, I just love his impression of Mick Jagger. So it's just he's got that very distinctive voice, ain't I? And it's just, I don't know what it is. And it's always funny when you get a Brit in an American movie as well. I don't know why, but he works. So anyway, Martin, thank you very much. I think I've got nothing to sort of go out with. So I think we'll just say we'll see you next week on the Solar One Sci-Fi
Live long and
Podcast.
prosper. Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
Katja speaking.
All right, love. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
How's your day going, love? Is it all right?
Yes.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah. Can you fix me up, please? I want to be, accommodated.
Yes, when is it for?
It's for like 5 days' time.
Okay, arriving in 5 days.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's no problem.
All right.
The rate would be £160 plus VAT.
£160, right? If I'm putting the deposit down, right? Does that mean, when I get, I've got, made of something?
Sorry, could you just repeat that?
Oh yeah, sorry. If that's like how much it is, right? Now, if I ride there and, put the deposit down, do you want that now, do I do that, when I, maybe, terminate?
Well, you can give me your name now, and I'll make the reservation now for you, or you can give us a ring back, whatever you prefer.
Alright, surname Jagger.
Okay.
Michael. You can call me Mick if you want to. What's the best, stuff you've got? What's the I want a, real nice, spammed up room. I'm going to be coming back off tour, it's got to be nice. So, what's the most spammed up best room that you've, got in the old plane?
Okay, just bear with me. I'll check for you.
All right, thanks. You've been very helpful. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
Just 1 second. Hello, I've just checked. We have one of our park suites available.
Oh, that sounds nice. Where have you been?
I've just checked in the system if we have our best suite available.
All right, I thought you just nipped to the canteen with that cup of tea and a fag.
I just had to make sure I can give you the best room.
Oh, thanks very much. Thanks very much.
Check availability on that.
You're lovely, you are. You're really nice, find the best thing, because, these days I always make sure that, in my house, using unnecessary damage while I'm in my overbangs,
Of course.
Do you do that as well?
No, I mean, that's the best I can offer you now.
I don't know how much they pay you, but you should get a lot more money, because you're lovely, you are. Normally people put the phone down on me, but you're gorgeous. Right now, I've got a bad back, right? Now that I'm about 108 or whatever it is. Could you get me, in the room, some kind of, water bed?
We don't have water beds, I'm afraid, but if you have a problem with your back, I think a bedboard should be fine, because then the bed shouldn't be too soft, I suppose.
Oh, that's nice, that's nice.
Get you a bedboard, that's fine.
Right. So you get me, some woman then.
Okay.
Listen, I'm bringing my celebrity, pal with me, right, so I put his name down as well, and that's Steve Pink.
Oh, thank you.